Kadosh Boker Or. I wanted to share with you a beautiful idea that is connected with this week's parasha. It was a Bachur Yeshiva, a yeshiva student. His name was Chesky. He was 16 years old. And he always felt very, very bad. He never had a good taste in learning. He was separating from his friends because they were actually living with the Gemara and they were inside of everything. And he always felt that he was extra. He was not needed. So every day he kept on going on and he felt empty. He used to go, sometimes he started wandering out of the yeshiva, and he was like as if he's worthless. There's nothing there. One day, when he's going around, right, walking around in the yeshiva, he all of a sudden sees that there's a first aid course for Avrechim that are going to be in the Azarat Nashim, in the women's section of a central synagogue. He comes and he says, you know what? I'm going to go and see. Anyway, he's not really learning. He's not really doing much. So he goes and he starts looking and looking. And he sees how they're doing, right, life support on this doll, right? They have a doll and they see how the guy's coming and he's doing life support. The next afternoon, all of a sudden, in the middle of the yeshiva, there was a huge, they were going crazy. What happened? The Rosh Yeshiva fainted. He becomes all pale, all white and blue, and they start coming running. Nobody knows what to do. Chesky runs to the rabbi, and he does the life support. He comes, and he revives him, just like he saw the day before. Baruch Hashem, he saved the life of the Yeshiva in front of everybody that do all this. Hatzalah get there. They come and they say, wow, you saved your Rosh Yeshiva. All of a sudden, Chesky felt, wow, he felt himself the first time that he ever had, that he was appreciated, that he was liked. His name was actually mentioned in front of everybody as if that there is something very, very big. So you see that everything, all of a sudden, everything changed. It gave him a new strength. All of a sudden, started becoming popular. He started paying attention to his limud, to his learning. The Rashiva, every single time that he had an opportunity, he would always smile to the Chesky, would smile to the boy. And all of a sudden, Chesky started going up and up and up and up until he became a true Ben Torah. The rabbis come and they say, in every single human being, there's a huge potential. And this is just waiting for somebody to come and to harness it, to bring it out. We have to understand whether it's going to be in our children or in the students, what they have inside of them. But they need us to give them this support, to give them this, that they're going to have this self-confidence, just like a small little tiny garin, a small little tiny seed that we put in the ground. We need the heat of the sun, the chom of the shemesh, in order to come and to make it sprout forth. In our parasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes and he tells Moshe Rabbeinu, we need you to find and to delegate to find people that are going to start building for the Mishkan. And what do you need? You need people that they work with wood, craftsmen, people that are working with gold and silver and copper, with orot, with skins, a tannery. People that are going to come, they're going to be sewing. Right? We're talking about all these types of craftsmen, whether it's going to be embroideries, with the beautiful stones, jewelry, whether it's putting the stones in the chosh and the ephod. You need everything. And where is he going to find these baalei melacha? Where is he going to find these people? Imagine you're looking for jobs, right? We're looking for workers, employees needed. Where are you going to find them? All the people were the ones that came out of Mitzrayim. Now, 1 second. In Mitzrayim, what were they doing in Egypt? In Egypt, they were all builders. They were all building with their thing. They were all in construction. He says they weren't doing things with their small little tiny hands, whether it's jewels, whether you're going to put on the choshen and the ephod, whether it's going to be embroidery with sewing. All these things, right? They didn't do any of this in Egypt. And that's what the Ramban says. Yisrael b'Mitzrayim, Israel, during the time in Egypt, were pluchim avdal chomer venim. They were in bricks. They were in the cement and the tar and the filth. That's what they were doing. They didn't learn about gold and silver and precious jewels. They didn't even see it. And all of a sudden, you're going to find a person that he knows, whether it's in the woodwork, whether it's going to be in the tanneries, with the skins, whether it's going to be with the metals, the precious metals? And the answer is yes. So how did he get them? Where did he find them? Where did he import them? And the answer is, you're going to speak to all the people that are smart in their hearts, which they're going to have a ruach chokhmah, wisdom. The Khatam Sofer says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells them, Moshe Rabbeinu, arouse, awaken what they have in their hearts in order to go to the melacha. Bring the motivation. In their hearts, there's a special chokhmah. If you're just going to come and awaken it, that which they already had, which they had a beauty, you could come and you could polish it to the eyes of everybody. And if not, it's going to be hidden. Just like this seed that you come and you put it in the thing of it, it's either going to grow because you have to give it the warmth and the water and in order to make it grow, or it's going to rot. And therefore he says, you're going to speak to all these people. What are you going to tell them? That is the speech that you're telling them. You have to speak to them that they're full of chokhmah, they're full of wisdom, they're full of everything. HaKadosh Baruch Hu teaches us how to educate. When you want to educate and you want to have success, tell them that they're able to do it. You're able to do it. You're able to do everything. A Talmid Chacham Muflag once said that when he was younger, the Ram and the Yeshiva said, you know what, they're going to start taking out Chidushet Torah. So, what does that mean the Yeshiva is going to take out the Chidushet Torah? The Bachurim themselves. So he says, you guys are going to go, you're going to start writing, you're going to start looking it over, proofreading, you're going to put it, you're going to make all the fat, you're going to do everything. He went and he made us do things that we should go to Gdolei Yisrael to ask for Divrei Torah. We grabbed them, we did them, we tape recorded them, then we wrote it out, we made sure everything was nice, we put them beautiful on the paper, designed. The rabbi did not do a thing. He didn't raise his finger. But he was always involved. He was always involved. He was the one that was micromanaging, but he didn't raise a finger. But what happened? He put his emunah in us. He always complimented us, and he strengthened us. Myself and my friends, we became open. We were able to grow and to flourish. We were able to see, right, what we were able to do. And that's why he comes and he says, that's why until today he has atzlacha in all his divrei Torah. He's a writer for divrei Torah. And everybody loves his divrei Torah only because his rabbi went and they believed in them. And every single boy, they put their belief in them and they said, you're able to do so. You can do it and continue going. And that's what it means. It doesn't say miletim in plural. The wisdom is to reveal the ruach chokhmah in every individual. The wisdom is not that they all are wisdom. Every individual has a uniqueness and they have something that we don't even realize what they have. And we have to come and we have to reveal that. You have to take his, whether it's going to be his personality, and you have to actually put it in the right direction. And the one that's very quick, you have to make him come and you have to make him work, but you have to make him actually do the work. The one that's very midayek, right? You have to save that, oh, he's so precise in everything, meticulous. The one that he's coming and he's making so bring him up, that he's able to sing his voice or to use his voice, right? The one, each one, even the Azametzach, even the one that's got audacity, that he's a chutzpan, make it Kodesh LaHashem, make it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There was a menahel, there was a manager, right, that he wanted to see in he had a company, and he wanted to come and reveal the hidden, the secret, what they have, what each one has, all their abilities. So what he says was that just like a mechanech, just like an educator helps the students in order to flourish, to grow, right? He says he's not opening them up. He's just helping them in order that they should do it on their own. So too, the same thing when we come and we have to actually reveal that each one of them has this greatness, right? Just like the mazal dagim. What is dagim? They say that there's a ma'amar chacham that says, Al titen lo dagim ela chaka. What does that mean? When you have a fish, you don't give it another fish in order to eat. You give it the chaka in order to come and to grab it out, to pull out from the fish. You're pulling it out from it. So too, the month of Adar is the mazal of dagim, a fish. And therefore, a person has to understand that we have to actually come and take out the potential that's hidden inside every single one of us. Be'ezrat Hashem, if we're able to do so, that's what this week's parasha was, in order to build the Mishkan, that nobody there was in embroideries, nobody was there in woodwork, nobody was nothing. But Moshe Rabbeinu knew how to take out the potential in every single human being. And that's the secret that we're supposed to do in order to have that everyone, Be'ezrat Hashem, is going to grow in Torah Nirat Shamayim and serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu in his own unique way. Shabbat Shalom.